Hello YouTube, and welcome to my Let's Play of Fossil Fighters Champions. But this isn't going to be your average Let's Play of this game. Oh, no. This is going to be a Nuzlocke challenge. Now, I know what you're thinking. How can someone do a Nuzlocke in a game like Fossil Fighters? Well, let me explain. I'm going to leave the title screen on here, just because if you've played this game before, you know it starts off with a bang. But anyway, the rules of this Nuzlocke challenge are going to be, 1. The first rule is going to be, I can only get one Vivisaur per area that I'm allowed access to. That contains fossils. And I'm allowed to search that area until I find all 4 pieces of that Vivisaur. And it doesn't matter which piece I find first. If I don't find the head first, if I find, say, the body first, then I have to find the head. And if I can't find the arms and legs at that point, then I'll just wait until I get that upgrade to do so. So, also, since there aren't too many areas where I can get fossils, I want your guys' input on something. Should I be allowed to get donation point fossils? Because if you don't know what donation points are, if you get fossils that you don't want, or you clean fossils but they're not as good as ones that you've already cleaned of the same kind, well, then you can donate them to each fossil center in, by the way, there are 3 fossil centers in each separate city, and there are 3 separate cities. So that would mean I get 3 extra Vivisaurs based on the donation points. So I want your guys' input on that. Should I be allowed to get donation point fossils and Vivisaurs, or should I not be allowed to? You know, make this as limiting as possible. Also, rule number 2. If a Vivisaur is defeated in battle, it is dead. It is considered dead, and I cannot use it anymore. So, let's say that Hoplo that just died there. If that was mine, I would not be able to use that Hoplo ever again. I would have to remove it from my team, and I couldn't use it anymore. And if I don't have 3 Vivisaurs to fight, then that's too bad for me. So, I guess I can't really name Vivisaurs in this game, so I'm just going to call them by their actual in-game name. Something else that I want your guys' input on, also, besides donation point fossils, is, do you want me to be able to use super fossils? And if you don't know what super fossils are, they are special fossils that can make your Vivisaurs very strong. They power them up, just like Pokemon, they evolve. There are 2 types of super fossils, though. One of them is the silver fossil, which allows your Vivisaur to become a little stronger. It's a good bonus, but it's nothing totally ridiculous. And then there are gold fossils, which make your Vivisaur just become monstrous. It's ridiculously overpowered. But I want your input on that. Should I be allowed both to use gold and silver fossils? Should I only be allowed silver? What? Because I believe you can find silver fossil rocks in dig sites throughout the game, but I wouldn't go hunting for those. And I believe you only get 1 gold fossil throughout the main story. So, I want your guys' input on that too. But other than that, I think that lays the groundwork pretty well. So, what do you say we get started here? I'm really excited to play this Nuzlocke. I already played through this game once a little while back, not too long ago, and I've just wanted a little more challenge. See, there's my actual file. I know I waste a lot of time on video games, but don't we all? Now I'm going to start from scratch, because if I start with my clear data, it's like New Game Plus. I get to use all my Vivosaurs from my last save file. So we're going to go story mode. And I am a boy, in fact, if you haven't been able to tell. And now normally I'd use my real name, but instead I think I'm going to change it up this time. Now, I like the name Dovak, because I've been playing a lot of Skyrim recently. And Dovak is kind of like a shortened version of Dovahkiin, which I think is pretty cool. So, yeah, let's just go with the regular icon, because that's what appears in battle whenever you're battling someone. Looks good to me. I love the visuals in this game so much. It's just... I love the original, don't get me wrong, but this game looks gorgeous. It really, really just... It gets to the limits of the DS's hardware. And I know I'm playing on a 3DS, but this is a DS game. Now, I'm not going to be doing voice acting for all the characters because, frankly, I'm not very good at it. But I will be making commentary on what these guys say, so I'm not going to be just not talking at all throughout this. Alright, so let's get into it. Todd, huh? Oh, and if I scroll through the dialogue too fast at any time in the game, just let me know and I'll slow down. Stalling. If I was stalling, why would I be gazing over the cliff? Wild Vivosaurs? That's strange. Because there weren't wild Vivosaurs in the first game. The only way to get them was if you could revive them yourself from fossils. How does one catch a wild Vivosaur? I'm starting to get Krillin-esque vibes from this Todd character. That doesn't sound good. Maybe it's your special Vivosaur you've been wanting. And there it is. Allosaurus. I thought you wanted to catch a Vivosaur. Why are you running away from it if you wanted to catch it? That does look pretty menacing. Pterodon. That's one of the better Vivosaurs in the game if you don't know. Helps to signify that this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to Vivosaurs. But, I wanted to die. I wanted to get eaten by a Vivosaur. Pards. I don't think I've ever been called a pard before. Is that like a bard? I guess not. But hey, at least we didn't die within the first 5 minutes of the game. Well, yet. This is like the first 2 or 3 minutes. You okay there, Todd? Is he your average Joe? No. This guy is far from average. Your handle. The greatest fossil fighter in the whole world? I believe I'm going to be taking that title before this adventure's over. Joe Wild West. Quite the name. Todd, you sound like an annoying fangirl right now. No, not a nerd, just a fangirl. Talking to, like, Justin Bieber or One Direction or something. That's a pretty fast dinosaur if it followed us all the way over here. I'm assuming we went a long way on that Vivosaur. I'm going to take your word on that. I've never really encountered a sack full of hornets before. But what other kind of people are on this mountain? Fossil battle, huh? Well, you're the pro, so I think I'll just leave you to that. Hey, what about me? I'm not as annoying as him. I haven't even said anything yet. Haha. Now, if you guys don't know, I don't know if it's referencing it or if it just takes a page out of it, but this is what your partner in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon would say if he got nervous or scared. He'd always say, "Oh, my stomach, it hurts so bad." But he would always actually do it. This guy, on the other hand, not so much. Sweet. Thank goodness for stomach aches. Nice. 4 of them. No, I can only take 1. Alright, guys. Well, this is where I'm going to end this episode. But you guys get to pick my starting Venusaur. So, I want you guys to tell me in the comments what Venusaur you want me to start out with. Aerosteon. He's pretty bulky. He's got a lot of LP. Life points in this game, and a lot of attack, so he's a good Venusaur to have up front in the main attacking position. Toba Titanosaur. Fast growing, well balanced. Looks good to me. Pretty slow, not much attack either. Pretty speedy little sucker. Synteosaurus. Backup Venusaur, huh? Dimetrodon. This is the guy I used in my first playthrough of the game, so I know a little bit of how he works. Special skills. Alright, guys. Well, I'm going to end this episode off right here. So, I want you guys to tell me in the comments, do you want me to pick Aerosteon, Toba Titanosaur, Synteosaurus, or Dimetrodon? Whichever one gets the most votes will be the one that I pick at the beginning of next episode. And don't forget to answer in the comments, do you want me to be able to use donation point Venusaurs? And what kind of super fossils should I be allowed to use, if any? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.